So I am definitely coming from a hard space today. Just as a humble person, I decided to take this opportunity to be very vulnerable, and every now and again you'll catch an episode like this where usually I'm so positive and seem like I have the mental construct and the astral under control, but the truth is that we have to let ourselves fall apart. Yes, in a way, it's super important that we just let ourselves fall apart. This is the part about the midlife crisis or the life force crisis video that I made. It's that you reach a point in your soul many times in life maybe where you just have to fall apart. And more importantly, you have to give yourself permission to fall apart. You have to give yourself your entire being in your soul, the entire construct, the entire visualization of everything has to have a way to dissolve at some point. And when we're not given that space and opportunity where we feel like we have to go, then things get super difficult. And it's not always easy for your soul capacity to bear it all at once. No matter how powerful you are, no matter how much wisdom or knowledge you have or anything, so don't feel bad, no matter what level you're on. Here's the thing, none of us have any idea of what is really going on in this world, what is really going on in this plane, and it gets hard. Sometimes we don't even know what's real. What's the difference between a dream and being awake? Have we ever even awakened? Are we still in a dream? Is life real? Is this the real reality? These questions can become hard. And without a certain amount of acceptance, a man can only tolerate so much darkness. So your soul is begging, and your being is begging to just fall apart sometimes. Just be vulnerable sometimes. Just let go sometimes. And without the permission, with the blockage of you being able to do that and let go of things that aren't necessary, you have to realize that the things that are falling apart in your soul, you have to let them fall apart if they're not good for you, if they're not serving you anyways. This is why things are falling apart. So I said to myself as I was driving today, I said, things feel and seem like they're falling apart. And my higher self spoke to me and said, that's because they are. That's because things are shifting inside of your being. Things are shifting inside of your soul. And it's nothing you can stop. So life gets to seem unbearable because how much control do we really even have? These are the answers that people can have many, many theories about, but if you've had a painful existence, and that's just the truth, just being alive sometimes is painful. Just sitting down trying to relax, sometimes you'll feel pains in your body. Being in here, I understand the concept of your body being hell. But I also understand that there's an insurmountable amount of balance that we can have and able to enjoy it just enough. So it already hurts us not knowing the things that are going on exactly in this reality. If we were at home, wouldn't we know how to operate this thing? Wouldn't we know how things are going already? Why would we be trying to seek freedoms and things like this if we were not trapped in ways? These very complexities are enough to break a soul, are enough to numb a soul. This is what a zombie is. Someone who has had their full capacity of pain in this realm. So no, it's not easy. Stop acting like it's easy. We all get on, we're all guilty of it. Getting on, spreading knowledge, being powerful. Almost making it look easy and not being vulnerable enough to each other. And another great point to fixate on is that when when you become enlightened and more expansive and more conscious, your mind grows and gets sharper. You begin to have a power that even if you bring your humility in and correct the power, it's still powerful. You can't deny the power of the wisdom and knowledge and the expansiveness and how much sharper your mind has become from studying yourself. So you must begin to realize the duality of this power. The same power that you are having can flip on you and become more deceptive in your mind, because your mind is becoming more powerful in ways of light, in ways of expanding growth and productivity, but it's also becoming more powerful in deception. It will find quicker ways to try to deceive you. So you're always keeping your lower self, the deception, the negative projections, under subjection. So life is not easy balancing all this out, and you need to give yourself permissions to just break down. Yeah. Maybe this is the point of surrender that increases your soul. If you look back on your life, those moments where you just broke down, you just let everything go. Listen, I was just crying today, yeah? Then you'll see that there was a renewal in your life after you broke down, after you allowed yourself to break down. So when your mind becomes more powerful, like I've been practicing building strong visualization, strong projections of, getting in touch with that original soul projection of sovereignty, yeah? That thing that I know is being eclipsed. But I just thought today, you're exercising in the astral, your mind is becoming very powerful. You're building realities in your subconscious mind that are true to yourself. Literal paradises that are true to yourself, that are helping you be practical about this world and make it through this world. But there's a dark side to that as well. Because while I'm driving today, these dark visualizations I felt them building up and constructing in my mind. And at this point, I'm trained well enough in alchemy and this and that to just transmute it. And it's not easy. So I'm even crying as I'm driving, yeah? Girl, man, just crying. And I'm wondering why these dark visualizations are coming up and building up. And you say, well, I just did something simple. I just had 4 beers the night before and watched the game with the boys, take an edge off of life and even step back from your spirituality a little bit and just go be with some people. But these innocent fallacies, these innocent things are triggering and inducing these dark visualizations. So I noticed I'll tell you, I don't know where the dark visualizations, why they're built in your mind to throw you off or anything like that. All I know is that they come from source. Why is this thing attacking your mind? That thing spoke to me and said, yeah, your mind is becoming powerful. And this is what you have to deal with on both extremes. Easy no. Easy no. Don't let anybody trick you into thinking that this reality is easy. Because it's not easy for people to be successful here. The way it's set up is power begets more power. You being a good soul, you being a good life are figuring your way to navigate this life. You're figuring a way to have somewhat of a decent experience, but if you really think deeply, that is pitiful. Why are we here fighting for something, a sense of freedom? Because we knew it once before, yeah? So this reality is not easy for anybody. I really got on here to be vulnerable, and I was crying, yeah. I'll say that. For the 50-some people who are watching, or hundreds, it does not matter. Whoever's meant to see this will see it. But our souls are crying and traumatized in ways that are not easy. But we will stay strong. We will keep a contrite spirit about life. And one way of doing this is allowing yourself to just break down. Just let your being break down. Let these things fall. Easy no. If you needed to hear some love today, I'm really hoping you got it. Because I feel the love through the camera, and I feel already a deep breath just from opening up and allowing myself to be vulnerable. I can't continue to approach this thing as if it were my message or if I'm the only one with this message. We are all helping each other out. We are all loving on each other, all picking each other up. The message might seem like it has a negative connotation, but the message is about allowing your being to break down and giving yourself permission just to cry or break down or whatever you need to do to get through this reality, because nobody has the perfect answer for you. You're searching for answers in your soul, and we're all growing together is the most important part. So I appreciate you allowing me to be vulnerable. If this message resonated with you, go ahead and share it up. I love y'all. Who can stop the sun?